Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to be reviewing two optic attachments for the new gun I got. We have one which is a Defentac laser and flashlight in blue, and one is a Olight weapon, flashlight, and laser in green. And the reason why I'm doing this is to show you the quality difference of, I'm pretty sure this was like 35. I mean, I'll double check this. And this one was like 130. So let's get right into that. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, this laser was $28 before taxes, $26.99 before taxes, and this one was $129.99 before taxes. As we can see here, we have, this is the Olight Boulder S800, and then this one is the other one, Defentac 800. Both the same lumen count, just different color lasers. So now let's go into actual build quality and material used. Alright, so let's go over packaging first. So this is going to be our cheaper laser at that $26 mark. This is going to be our more expensive laser at that $130 mark. So opening the package, more or less it's the same really. You have a little plastic covering, comes with our instruction manual, our tools to put on the laser itself, and then the tools to actually zero in the laser, like left and right and up and down right here. And also comes with a magnetic charger. Both of these are magnetically charged. Now let's go into the Olight packaging. The box does feel higher quality. I mean, I'd hope so. It's $100 more expensive. We have a little congratulations for buying my expensive laser. Sweet. Here we have the charger. We have different screws and brackets to make sure it's compatible with your Picatinny rail. Like the Glock uses a different one than the 1913. But still, with this cheap, or not cheap, with the more expensive one, we get our manual in the back and everything we need to adjust it. We have our school screws, Glock adapter, and then the Allen wrench to actually put it on. As far as the actual laser sight goes itself, this one, our Boulder, our more expensive one, has a heavier feel to it. This is all metal, so it feels more durable. And as far as actual functionality, it has a laser and a flash, or it has a flashlight, laser, and you can go in between and do both. Okay, so here, so we have on this one, this is our $130 laser and flashlight optic, and this is going to be our Defentac. Now, this is not metal. I would want to say this is like probably some sort of plastic is what it feels like. And then instead of having one button that controls the optic function and having to use a slider to choose what you want, whether it be a flashlight and laser, or laser, on our cheaper optic we have two separate buttons. We have a laser button and then we have a flashlight button. So in my opinion, I actually like that they're separate, because instead of having to play with the slider at the bottom, I could either hit the top button or hit the bottom button, or I could just hit both like that. And in my opinion, that's just better for me, and I like that better than having to play with the slider at the bottom to choose whether I want a flashlight or if I want a laser. So in my opinion, functionality wise, this cheaper laser is winning. Durability wise and quality, obviously the more expensive one is going to be winning, because more than likely it's made with higher product for it to last longer. Let's get into the actual mounting rail. On this more expensive one, we have this kind of like lever lock that allows for the rail slider to open up and grab onto it. And then once it grabs onto it, you just close the lever and that locks it in place. And you can even take the slider off. Let me show you that really quick. You can take it off with your little Allen key. Just loosen these screws up. When you get it at first, they come already loose. The reason why mine are tight is because I was comparing the two when I first got them both in the mail, and I ended up going with the cheaper one just because, one, functionality wise it fit my preference better, and two, the actual light itself and laser are both brighter than this more expensive one. I'll show you guys that in a moment. But as you can see here, this railing slides off so you can pretty much custom fit to where you want to sit on the pistol exactly. So I'll give that point to Olight because that's a pretty neat feature. And it definitely saves having to put the railing on and then screw the railing on after. Because instead of that, you just have this lever, and now close the lever and it's locked in. It's not moving anymore. Now with this one, you can see here that we have our two screws that go into this other side right here, which lock it into place. And once it's locked in that place, it's not moving anywhere. So as far as mounting, this one is definitely going to be a little bit more, I won't say intricate, but just a little bit more of a process, because you have to line this up with the bracket on the inside right here with this other plate over here and hold this plate on while you screw these two bolts in. So actual mounting process, the Olight is going to win again just because it's easier, but still I do like this one's functionality more, so that's why this is the one that I'm going to be keeping. So now let's get into actual brightness and how it looks. These are both 800 lumen flashlights, so hypothetically speaking they should have been the same brightness, but this one is vividly and more noticeably a lot brighter than this one is. So let's get right into that. Alright, so for this next step of the video, I just turned off all the lights in my room pretty much, and we're going to be using my back wall as an example. This is going to be our $26 light laser. You can see that is nice and bright on our wall. And also, I didn't mention this before, but this cheaper light has momentary hold, has strobing, and then it has also just the normal hold like that. And this is going to be the flashlight, just like that. This also can strobe, can just go on like that, and then can also have momentary hold. So just to show you that again, guys, we have laser brightness like that. We have flashlight and laser like that. And then we can strobe both of them if we wanted to and blind our enemy. So let's get into our cheaper laser now. Or not cheaper, this is going to be the more expensive laser. The Olight. This is going to be our Olight laser. This one right here, guys. Olight. This is how we're going to be looking against the wall. Green laser. It's, I would say, not too much dimmer, but it is not as bright as our blue laser is. And then on top of that, here's our flashlight. Or sorry, we gotta slide it over to flashlight now. This is gonna be our flashlight. This is vividly and very noticeably a lot dimmer than our cheaper laser is. And these are both fully charged optics. Like, they're 100% charged. It's not like it's low on battery. I charged them up both to 100% before I tested it the first time. And still, we have, this is going to be our Olight Balder S800 compared to our, if I turn on my Defentac, it completely overpowers it. So as you can see here, obviously both now the Defentac has one in laser brightness and flashlight brightness, so that puts it ahead of the Olight Boulder S. The only things this Olight Boulder S has over the Defentac is going to be just how it feels quality wise. Because if we go like this and we turn on the this is the Olight Boulder flashlight, and if we turn on the Defentac flashlight, we can clearly see that the Defentac flashlight is much brighter, even though they're supposed to be the same lumens. And this is just the Boulder. Now if I have my Defentac flashlight on like this, I turn on my Boulder flashlight, you can't really tell much of a difference because how much brighter this one is. Now let's do a side-by-side laser comparison. It's going to be our Olight Boulder S, and it's going to be our Defentac. So in my opinion, the Defentac looks more refined and is brighter. Then also, just like that, I could turn the flashlight on with one finger. If I had to want to turn the flashlight on with the Boulder, I would need to go underneath it, slide my railing to turn the flashlight on like that. So just like that. That's why I think the Defentac is winning this race. Now let's get back to the table. Alright, so more or less that kind of gives you the idea of what differences, price differences, functionality, and quality. I wouldn't say this one feels cheap, the Defentac or $26 laser. It doesn't feel cheap. It just doesn't feel as heavy as this full metal one does. But in exchange for that, we have a much brighter flashlight, much brighter laser, and individual buttons for whichever we want to use instead of having to use a slider that takes much longer. And also what I like about this one is that it has that strobing effect. It's just like kind of like a bonus in my opinion. I find it funny how a $26 laser will have that and a $130 laser will not have that. As I was saying, the Olight is more expensive, has a heavier feeling to it, but has a less bright flashlight and a less bright laser. It has an easier mounting system, which I do like. Like if this mounting rail is on this laser, that would be awesome. But the only difference really is you can slide this one up and down with the guides. Just actual getting it to lock in with the screws is just a little bit more difficult. It's really not that hard, but that's the only difference really. So with our $26 laser, we're going to get a better flashlight, more functionality, a better laser, and easier control over what I want to use, whether it's the laser or flashlight, and it's universal, so I had buttons on both sides. With the Olight, we do have buttons on both sides, but if I want to switch between laser, flashlight, or laser and flashlight, I need to use this slider down here, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. But if you're looking for like bang of your buck, I would definitely recommend this Defentac. And even if you're looking just for like a quality laser and you're going outside hunting or whatever, I would still recommend the Defentac just because the flashlight is brighter, covers more area, and goes further. So even though it's not as name brand as Olight is, still it's very quality and it holds zero very well. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.